Well, I got dumped. I always get dumped. I'm a dumper.
Well, that attitude.
Yeah.
You go into the relationship like, you're going to dump me one day.
is everything okay? Do you hate me? Do you not want to be with me? Are you thinking that maybe you don't want to be together? And he's like, yes, I don't want to be together. And I'm like, what? What?
Thank you to our sponsor, PrizePicks. Go to prizepicks.com/TrashTuesday and use code TrashTuesday for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/TrashTuesday and use code TrashTuesday for a first deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to RocketMoney.com/TrashTuesday. That's RocketMoney.com/TrashTuesday. RocketMoney.com/TrashTuesday.
Hi, slugs. My tour is coming to an end, but there's a couple dates left. On November 16th, I'll be in Irvine at the Irvine Improv. And also towards the end of November, I'm adding some special small New York dates. So if you missed me this summer, I cannot wait to see you. And you can get tickets to all of those at EstherOnIce.com.
Hi, guys. I'm so excited. I am on the road forever and always. Come see me. I love the meet and greets. I love meeting you guys. It's been so awesome. I'm going to be in San Jose at the Improv November 17th and the 18th. It's going to be so freaking fun. I have Lizzie Cooperman coming with me, so check that out. I'm going to be in Houston, Texas, Edmonton, Alberta, and Jacksonville, Florida. Go to AnnieLetterman.com/shows to check it out. All right, welcome to Trash Tuesday. We have our friend, hilarious podcaster and comedian,
Jordan Jensen.
In from New York. Hopefully we can keep her. I feel like we have a better shot of keeping her in LA than most New York
She lives
comics.
in New York. That's so cool and glamorous.
Did you not know that?
No.
Wow.
Also, by the way,
Thank
when
you so
Esther was
much.
there, her fiance was working on a show and had like a really nice place. She had like a very good life.
I did have like a really great...
She had a life in New York that I have never lived.
We had a 3-month like luxurious New York stay in Soho, and I realize now that that's not what it would be like if I went. I
It was
definitely
amazing.
have an idealized version of what New York
I live
would
with
be
two
like.
other dudes who stink.
Are they
stink
comics?
smelly. They're comics. I'm moving out as soon as I get back tomorrow.
Are they sad or they don't care?
They're sad. We're all sad. We've lived together for a long time.
That sounds
You
fun.
know, I used to
Yeah.
live with Mike Racine and Dan St. Germain.
You lived with Chris and Mike at the same time?
Yeah, but Chris really only stayed with us for one night and stayed at his mom's house. The rest of the
Wow,
time.
that's a lot of autistic gay people in one room.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I never got to live with a bunch of guys. This sounds really fun.
It's the best because you also get treated like if you're in the bathroom, they're like, don't even go near it. Like
It's
that's
really,
hers.
yeah.
Like you are queen.
Well, I don't know if that was my experience.
Well, two
mine was living with Mike.
Italians.
I was living with Mike Racine, where like he was just making taking his boogers and making like.
You gotta stop.
It's the real truth.
You gotta
It's the
stop.
truth.
He did not.
He was making mountains of boogers. He's not.
What do you
well.
mean mountains of boogers? Stop.
He's unwell. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. He has a beautiful wife and a child. I don't know how it happened.
It's getting worse.
mountains of boogers?
Then there were a lot of conversations that were like, Dan St. Germain would be like, Annie, we gotta tell Mike he doesn't know how to wash the dishes. They're not good enough. But I'm like, both of them were like adding stuff to I'm like, every time they'd wash them, it'd be like grosser. I was just like, I'm gonna just get takeout and never touch these dishes.
When you live with men, my fear would be that there would never
Pubes.
be toilet paper. Do you ever run out of toilet paper?
We have toilet paper mountain in our bathroom. So
Oh.
I got like a big wicker basket and it just always has a mountain of
she
toilet
just
paper.
knew what was
Yeah.
But I'm toilet paper. I'm the bad person. So I have OCD. So I wipe. My butthole is probably bleeding currently because I wipe until if I don't see blood, it's not clean.
Why aren't you using wet wipes?
Get a bidet.
Do you want to get into this right now?
Do you want a bidet?
One, bidet. First of all, it just sprays your butthole. It doesn't unless it has
It
a
helps it
chisel
along.
attached to it. No, you need a dry. It's like
You
if
don't
you have
need
spackle.
dry.
You need a sandpaper on the spackle. You can't just wet it, mush it
What?
around. You need to chafe off the
I'm
flesh.
now imagining like caulking your asshole shut, just having no
That would be
asshole.
great. That would be ideal.
I don't understand. You cannot get clean with
But
dry
you
and
seem
not
like
wet.
you might have like a duty asshole.
No,
duty
not at
butt.
all. Are you kidding?
Have you ever had a little duty butt?
We
No,
all know that
I'm a
you wipe
girl.
wipe the vagina, take the vagina juices, and use that on the asshole. We all do it.
No, she does the opposite.
We all do it.
We've been through this with us.
Look, you never know when a man is going to want to eat your ass and you want to be
She's
presentable.
more into the butt stuff than I am.
I'm not
refuse to
into it.
have
It just
anybody
might
eat my
happen. It just might happen to me.
Tickle torture?
That happens to her. Actually, does she not look like the most tickle torturable person? You look so pretty.
Really?
Yes.
The lighting? You look pretty too. It's the lighting.
It has
I like
to be
your
the light.
glasses. I used to wear the ones that you would take, I think, was it for shooting? And everyone was like, I remember Joey Diaz stopping me he was like, stop wearing this stuff.
I got these at a dollar store. I wear them on podcasts because the lights are very bright sometimes.
I like that you can solve your problems at the dollar store.
Yeah.
That's like really
Not many
impressive.
people can. Not to bring up Dan St. Germain again, but I'm having a dollar store memory. there was a dollar store around our neighborhood, and I went in to get
You don't say.
someone returning something at the dollar store, like, this phone charger doesn't work. And it was Dan St. Germain. And I was like, Dan,
Oh, wow.
it was so psychotic. It was like, do you need to borrow $1? What are you doing?
Isn't it crazy when you have that moment where you're like, whoever this person is fucking psychotic, and
And
you
they're like,
turn,
oh, not only they're my friend, I live with them.
Yeah.
No, or I look in the mirror and it's me. That's often.
I checked out a guy the other day and I was like, that's the hottest man I've ever seen. I want to be with him for the rest of my life. And he turned and it was my roommate.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was
do you
like,
have vibes
What
with
does
him at
this
all?
mean?
No. We're so close, but he got like a new sweater.
Who's this man with us?
This is my friend
Her
Duncan is here.
friend.
We've been
But
friends
what?
for a long time.
Okay. Duncan,
Wait.
do you have a crush on her? Where's Duncan?
We forever. We have a crush on everybody.
Oh, I like
We've hooked
living
up
in
before.
that.
It was very good.
No, but there's a beauty to it.
I have a million hot male friends, none of which I date.
Really, I'm actually currently low on single males in my life. Like normally, I'm really good at setting people up, or just
Positive
like
setup?
My mom was good at this.
Yeah.
She like put people together that got married.
I also think it's a numbers game. It's like put people on dates. If it doesn't work, who cares? Like it's good sometimes.
Yeah, putting people on dates is a nice thing to do. My friends never do this. Nobody ever does this anymore.
I love this. I'm really low on single Jewish men and even just single regular men. More
Well,
of those.
Jews are they're beloved right now in the single woman community. Yeah, once you get into your 30s, you're like, I want somebody smart, funny, capable,
And cut.
and you lose uncut, and you lose all the necessity for like handy, rustic. All of that goes away in your 20s. You're like, I don't want the idiot who can build a fire.
Yeah,
anymore.
and also it's like the roofers are married.
You
Yeah,
had
the
to
roofers
guess.
are
Roofers are
married.
married.
The
They're
roofers are
married.
married.
If you had to guess how common it was for new baby boys to be cut or not cut, like what
I
percentage?
think it's going down, right? Less cutting.
It's going down now.
It's 50-50, which I was shocked. I thought it was going to be
On each penis, they just do half. They're
That's
like, you decide.
but like I would have thought it was way less. But I guess.
But I
people
think it
are-
was more before, right? No? Are
Yeah.
we doing in the world? Because I feel like other countries don't.
This
cut.
was just like one doctor said it. So
It was like, you're like, it was a TikTok. I lost it. I forgot to save it.
I didn't finish it. No, but a doctor said that, and I was like, whoa.
I believe in the uncut gem.
Yeah,
You
that's
do.
fun. You get
Uncut.
a little BV though.
A little BV.
It's a little more. You got a little more risk.
If he's like an ape, I mean, people can clean think about our vaginas. We clean those.
I
If
like
I
you said
was a
virgina.
guy-
I like that you said virgina.
Think about the vagina. That's
No.
my lesbian mom's talking. That's your vagina.
If I was a guy and I was uncut, I would have died at 3, like
think?
from bacteria. Yeah, I'm so unclean.
Is there?
Even though
Duty
I
butt.
just said
did
my
say
butt.
Duty butt. I said
My-
that could be duty butt. I just inquired. I don't say anything. I let you take it, and you
Have you
eventually
ever been
do
in
out
the bathroom
yourself.
with girls who do coke and then they shit, and you see them wipe, and you're like, that was one pass, maybe 2. There's no way you don't have.
Oh,
a duty
I
butt.
thought we were talking about the
clean.
like something getting connected, but it was just that you were in the
No,
bathroom
you know
with
when
them
you're
to do the
always
coke.
when girls do
Because I was
coke,
like, what are they like wiping, and then they're like throwing their fingernail.
well, they're
in?
always like they'll go into the bathroom and then they'll do coke and then they're like, oh my god, I have to shit because they have coke shits.
Right, yeah.
And then you see them shit and then they're talking to you manically about whatever, some like which type of. What do you call it? EMTJ they are, or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
What?
Whatever Myers-Briggs personality they are. And then they go and
Esther
wipe.
dropped a few earlier.
And then they wipe and you're like, that was one pass, dude. That was one pass. There's no way you're done.
Yeah.
But you're not close enough to say anything. You've also done half their coke. So you're not
Also,
going to
like,
be like,
why
I think you have
am
a
I
poopy
watching
butt.
you shit? Why does this have to be a part of it?
I want to be in the coke bathroom. I've never been. It
Whoa.
sounds fun.
It sucks.
Isn't
It sucks.
It's like really scary because I don't do coke anymore, but I used to do a lot. So now it's like a really scary place.
Now
to
you're
be.
like, are you guys okay?
Yeah, now they trap you and they're like, can I just want to talk to you. What is going on with you and your dad?
I like that a lot.
It's really scary.
Esther's like, this is my dream.
Yeah,
And then
wait.
someone like,
But how did you stop? I feel like that's a hard thing to stop.
was
And you seem
super
so
addicted to it.
confident. You're like, it's over.
Oh, because here's what happens. If you have like a bipolar or fucked up alien brain, between bumps of coke, you plummet. And you can tell if you're doing coke with people, there's some people who are like, sure, I'll take another bump. And then there are some people who are like, hey, do we need to call somebody to get more? I'm not able to, we're just going to need to get it down on the and I was that person. And I was dating a dude at the time who wasn't like that.
So it showed you more how crazy you are.
Right. And I was like, this is, because between bumps, if you have the whatever serotonin brain, the bad one, it feels like you're like, I will kill myself if I don't get another bump. There's no other way to go.
I just always felt like, this is my take on coke, it's just not good. So then you're always trying to get more because you're like, when does this get good?
Oh yeah, for me it's so good and then it plummets into bad.
I've always been like,
I actually learned a similar lesson from my partner, my boyfriend, whatever you call him, Dave.
Fiance. You're engaged. You've been engaged for 10 years.
On your hand.
Over
what is it called?
The way he eats French fries versus how I eat French fries. Like I never knew that you could just like not finish them or that you could just not like have to like put
I'm sorry that
five
you're in an abusive relationship.
I
That's so
know.
fucked up. That's
But when
really
like
fucked up.
I'll never forget the first time I was like, you didn't finish your fries. And
How
he's
about-
not skinny. Like I don't know what.
You're like, do not accuse me of dating a skinny man. Do not. Esther, the other
did think he was
day,
skinny.
every day when Todd orders food or whatever, he'll leave he doesn't finish. I always finish my food. Not because I'm worried about, like my parents did not tell me to finish we just all finished everything.
Yeah.
He'll leave like,
No
half
trauma.
of a
I
pasta.
just will finish. Yeah.
There's no like, it wasn't
I just
for
love
anyone
eating.
else.
Yeah.
It was just, okay, so he leaves like half like a pasta or something. And he'll catch me just eating it like cold off the thing. And he goes, do you have any respect for yourself? And I'm like, I'm not even thinking right now.
Yeah, you're not there.
I'm in a mode right now. I'm in beast mode right now.
No, we
okay?
call it-
This is my workout.
No offense to your friend, but we call it Duncan Dimension because that's my parents' obese dog who passed away last year. But like Dave was like, oh, you're in Duncan Dimension right now because I'm just like, eating. I'm not present. I'm not there.
But he's like heated
Duncan
up,
Dimension
dude, the
is
whole
great.
thing.
Duncan has a dimension. My friend Duncan, who's over there.
He has dementia.
He has dementia, yeah. But he would call me and be like, dude, I fucked up last night. And I'd be like, what? And he'd be like, I ate like a whole box of cereal. And I was like, that's crazy. And he was like, no. But I would go dip it into peanut butter, dip it into cereal, eat it. And I was like, I would be a different person. Like I would wake up.
He ate the whole box. You're like, no, I ate the cardboard. It was really.
He was like, I ate the box and half a jar of peanut butter. I was like, I would be dead. I mean, I would wake up
Hungover for sure.
hungover. I would be constipated for 6 weeks.
Yes. Oh my God. Queen.
Right.
Yes.
I never shit. I've been
I'm
shitting a lot
just
since the breakup. That's sick.
Which I want to talk
dropping
about.
some.
Well,
Drama.
drama.
Tea.
Well, I got dumped. I always get dumped. I'm a dumper.
Well, that attitude.
Yeah.
You go into the relationship like you're gonna dump me one day.
I get dumped, dog. I get
How
straight
long
up
were you together?
dropped. Well, it was on and off. We break up like once a month.
Yeah, you said he dumps you once a month.
Yeah.
And how long when did it start?
2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago, yeah.
Do your friends like him?
Some of them don't know him.
Okay.
Yeah. Duncan's never met him.
It's not Duncan. Oh, he would know.
Could you imagine if it was Duncan? No, he's just like he just like, I'm very chaotic and very like, is something wrong? Is everything okay? Do you hate me? Do you not want to be with me? Are you thinking that maybe you don't want to be together? And he's like, yes, I don't want to be together. And I'm like, what? What? And then we
You're
break
like, I
up.
had no clue. I was blindsided.
But if a guy's dumping you once a month, why are you taking him back every time?
You know when you have a dream and your best friend in the dream is like, I hate you? And then you wake up and it feels so good that they're still your best friend.
Yes.
So when somebody dumps you spontaneously, like he does, where he's just like, it's done. I'm so freaked out. I'm so weird. And then the second he's like,
He gives
just
you like
kidding,
the
I still love
antidote.
you. Yeah, you're like,
yeah.
oh, for a second there, I thought the world was fucked up. And then you keep doing it.
I get it, but
Yeah.
I'm getting upset at this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, most people do. It's disturbing. My mom is like every other. She's like a very compelling, like avoidant, autistic almost person, and she would just be like, "You're my daughter today, not tomorrow," like
Yeah.
that. So that's what I'm addicted to now. I had no like unconditional. I don't even know. Unconditional love is like disturbing to me.
The thing is, here's the thing. obviously we all just need securely attached guys, which I think we found securely attached. Because do you think Dave's securely attached?
Beyond, yeah.
But you found him, you got him young.
And you're just dating somebody who you're so far out of his league. That's all that's going on. And I would really like you to stop calling that securely attached.
He's my fiance.
Yeah, that's great. But you are out of his league. So even if he was an avoidant guy, he would never be with you.
That's so funny. But not true because, okay, R.I.P. Matthew Perry, I just saw, watching old interviews and stuff, and he said that he was this TV star dating this movie star, Julia Roberts, and he was so, anxious of whatever his issues were. He dumped her because he was so afraid. He knew she was so much higher up that he was so afraid she was going to dump him.
I mean, dating down.
You don't think it's dating down.
I'm not
madly in love with this person.
I haven't done that before.
Oh my God.
You're not dating down to you, which is very sweet. You know when your friend is like, oh, he's really secure. I'm like, he wouldn't be secure if he was dating somebody his age who's struggling. You know what I mean? He's bringing.
But don't you think he should be less secure? He should be more anxious because
I guess I assume every man is avoidant.
But
I do too.
Yeah,
I really do.
They're mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, they aren't mostly, but the ones I.
But that's
I
just
know some anxious guys.
Really?
Oh,
they never.
Crazy.
I never
dated them. I'm friends with them.
Anxious guys are sweetie pie, cutie pies, but I would never have.
But
sex
you
with
watch them doing what girls do. You know what I mean? You watch them being like, too
Can you read
much.
this text? Is this text bad? Is it stupid that I said this? And you're like, wow.
Or like the girl being like, I need space, and then being like, I'm just gonna text her all day, and you're like, she literally just said, give me space. She just told you.
Now, do you have any aspirations to be because you seem very aware that this cycle you're in is not good. You know why you're in it too, because it's something about your mom, your relationship with your mom. Are you I gotta stop this? Or you're life
Excited
is fine and it doesn't matter?
What will I go back into it?
Yeah, or
this is the scary Black Mirror of it all. Is every time it ends, I'm like, I'm never going back there. That's fucking over. And then time passes, I get really freaked out, and then we see each other, and it's like, what's up? I've completely forgotten that you destroyed my life. I missed you so much.
Now, okay, so
which you're not alone. This is
does he date other people in between?
I don't.
You don't
ever
know.
care to know.
Okay.
Oh, that's impressive.
I will, because I'm so jealous that I will burn a house down.
But you must not be that jealous
But are you
because you're
jealous?
not the jealous type that's what happened? I need to know everything.
I know that I'm somebody who, if I had a terminal illness, I would not want to know. I'm like, if you cheat on me, just don't fucking tell me.
Right.
I'm very much like that. If I was in an open, when I've been in open things, I'm like, do whatever you want, wrap it up. Do not ever let me find out who it is.
This is impressive.
And would you be mad at her, or would you be mad? Are you mad at him?
It just would. It would just become
it would just be painful.
a loop. in my
You're
head.
not going through anyone's phone.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
When
that's
my
cool.
friends
Nightmare.
go through their boyfriends' phones, I'm like, yo,
Nightmare.
that's
Enjoy
a
that.
nightmare.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
gonna always find something fucked up.
I mean, I accidentally have gone through guys' phone, literally just looking for, did he save this text of mine? Having no clue because I'm with the person 24/7 and they're just fully cheating on me. And I'm like, I cannot
Really?
believe I just found that out. Just fully shocked. Oh my God, never going in with that intent.
Fully they're in a relationship with somebody else.
Yeah, you're like, this person just met your parents. You're like, what? How did they meet your
my
parents?
God.
I'm with you every day.
Do you want to have some kind of a plan in place to prevent going back, or you're not thinking about it?
Get the.
I have everything's blocked, and
Oh.
I have a therapist now, and yes, I'm thinking about doing. There's this retreat that you can go to for a few days that deals with the cycle,
Attachment cycle or whatever.
You're gonna go on a retreat.
I might go. On
It is a
You
drug
guys are all
addiction.
gonna fuck each other.
It's a what?
It is. I believe it is a drug addiction.
It is a drug addiction.
I have
yeah.
someone in my life that I'm very close with that is in a similar thing, but I think is probably worse. Where they keep going back to this person that keeps not choosing them and does not,
Yeah.
but they're having
it's
sex and stuff, but she's in love with him, and clearly he's in love
I
with
think I know
someone
who
else.
you're talking about.
What?
I think
No,
I know who you're talking.
you don't.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
It's bleep it, but it's.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, you're dealing with a slot machine. Sometimes you press the lever and he likes you, and sometimes he doesn't.
Love
and
slots,
you're
though.
addicted.
Slots are so fun.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas this weekend and I saw people sitting. It's and you just
so
press
scary.
the button
Don't
over and over.
look and judge.
I'm not.
You
I
gotta
look and
come
judge,
with
it's
the
bad.
queen.
I have my own slot issues.
Oh,
What?
you haven't had the most fun you can have on a slot machine, sitting next to me on one of those double.
The love seat.
Oh my God, Esther. I would love to have
That
you
would
in my
actually be
arms,
so entertaining.
playing like the Karate Kid. But here's the thing.
That's the second time I've heard that movie today. Isn't
It's
that
a
crazy?
core. You kind of give me a vibe. I want to talk to you about Karate Kid.
Really?
I just want to break it out. I didn't mean to, but now that I'm saying that. But I think that it's like you get like used to this belief about yourself where it's like, oh, I'm not the chosen one or whatever. So then you just go back to the thing that's going to keep.
I don't think everybody
giving
gets
you
to be
that.
the chosen one. That's the other thing is I'm like, if you want to be with a very special person, they're going to leave you all the time.
That's so crazy.
I know, but that is, I'm just saying like the lucid back of my
But
mind.
wouldn't you be the special person?
I'm special, but like if I'm like,
What does this person do?
well, the humor,
They're funny.
Are they a comedian?
they are a person who exists in the world.
Oh,
They're funny. They make
yes.
you laugh. You have fun together.
Yeah, and when it's good, it's super good, and you never know when it's just going to turn.
And you
So that's-
admire
which
them?
makes it even better.
I admire their humor. Yeah, they're just very intriguing to me. They're very stoic. They're not. I also my favorite thing is to be like, please, please, please love me, please, please. And the second that turns on me and somebody's like, love me, it's like
disgusting.
revolting.
Yeah.
So I love being like, please, please, and that's when I feel I have the most energy is when I'm
Are
fighting for
you
love.
the youngest sibling?
I'm the youngest, and I was also had bad neglection selection. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I just was not like a.
Neglected, not selected.
I was neglected, not selected. Yeah, totally.
I heard on your special you call like your sister a cunt and stuff.
She went through the program that I'm going to go through, and now she kind of rules.
Really?
Yeah.
I like this.
Used to suck, and now we like hung out the other day, and it was chill.
Now
It was
this
awesome.
retreat is like they give you like smoothies and
They
talk to
basically
you.
are like they
What's
make you
the
look
menu?
into the eye of the devil. They make you like look at what happened to you as a child and really face it, I guess. And I for years have been like, gay, that's dumb. Who cares? I am what I am.
Like,
and
is
now
someone
I'm
gonna
like,
dress
oh,
up like
shit.
a lesbian and have you like yell at them like they're your mom?
I don't know, but that would be. I have no idea. My sister hasn't disclaimed like the whole thing.
Okay,
but
I like that too, where she's like not gonna give it away.
she's like, just do it. And she came out and was like, before she had this like TJ Maxx angry cunt vibe, and now she has this like chill, like even her house has like watercolors that for the kid is out now, and like it's less like, why did you put that there? Don't put that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna do this shit.
Now, okay, when you're on the on cycle with this guy,
Yeah.
is it affecting your career? Are you writing the same amount? Or you're not? Yeah.
I have missed gigs. I have
Yeah.
gone up. I mean, I literally called Duncan the other day and was like, I have to record a podcast in 5 minutes and I'm hyperventilating and had to like get it together. And there's an
Yeah.
entire podcast right now where we had Jeremiah on where you can just see tears coming behind my
And I
sunglasses.
was like, what the frick is going on?
Yeah. I've had into every airport I've been dumped in. So I'm like, I'll go to the LA airport and be like, I was dumped right here. So every weekend is tainted by.
I hate this
I
for
know.
you. I hate
But it's
this.
also the thing that you have to remember is I am choosing it. So I am like,
Yeah.
something stable scares the shit out of me.
Okay, yes, you are. I see how you're saying that you're choosing it, but I also like, and maybe again, this is like in the light of Matthew Perry and like consuming all of his content and stuff. Like he's so open about addiction, and he's so open about saying like, this is a disease. I did not choose this. And I'm just trying to put all these puzzle pieces together with this other person in my life and a similar thing. And I'm like, maybe when I'm begging her to stop going back to this guy, maybe I'm talking to a drug addict who cannot.
It's
That
definitely
is what it
similar,
is.
yeah. I almost killed my friend's cat over a guy I was like anxiously attached to.
Really?
I forgot I was cat sitting. I was just at this guy's
Totally,
house. Just
that
like,
has happened
Do
to
you
me.
like me? Do you like me? I like wouldn't leave. He wouldn't tell me to leave and I wasn't going to leave. So I was just like waiting.
It's crazy.
Days.
You lose sleep. You
Yeah.
start like, you realize that you've just like expedited an entire amount of time because you've just been obsessing about this one thing. And to be fair, I'm like very obsessive compulsive. So it's not that. If it's not that, it's something else. But that something else could be comedy or exercise or taking care of myself. It definitely has a negative impact. When things are good, I crush on stage, but that's like a tiny percentage.
Are you trying to like fix him too? Like his problems with committing to you? Like in your head, are you like, it's a problem he has that he can't
Every
choose
time
me?
he comes back, he's like, I got it. I got it now.
But are you like, because I had a guy where I was like, oh, he just has these problems and I could just fix them. And then he'll see that I'm like the best. Every time I would try to do something, because I knew I was suffering. Like I knew I was like sick at that moment with this. Like I did feel sick. I did feel like sick.
It's mentally ill.
And so I would like go do like breath work or yoga or go to a meditation class. And every time I would have like a good feeling, I'd be like, I got to show him this.
Oh.
Like I would defer to him.
You wanted him to experience what you were experiencing.
But I was like, oh, this will help him. Like I was like, it was almost like everything was set up so I didn't have to like heal whatever was happening to me. And it was like I was using him to like project onto him. It doesn't sound exactly the same to what you're going through.
Mine is more like if I just stay myself, he'll eventually realize that life is better with me around. So then I would show up and be like, I have period cramps and feel like I'm dying and have the flu, but I'm going to be my best self. So you see, and then I would just like exhaust myself and trying to be, and then I just gave that up and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to be myself. And things were good for a while. But eventually when his like avoidant thing and he was like, I don't know if I want to do that, that's when I'm like, oop, I need reassurance. And he'd be like, I can't give it to you. And I'd be like, I'm freaking out. And he'd be like, that's okay. We can break up. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
No, I know. And they do the thing where they don't give you what you want at all. And they're just like, but I told you the truth. And you're like, but why do you keep getting back with me?
I also am anxious avoidant. And so like whenever I'm, feeling like not getting the connection I want with every guy I've ever been with, I'm like, maybe we should break up. And then those few times where they're like, okay. That happened early on with Dave, and I think I've told you this. I was like, no, wait. Like immediately, I was like, no. And he was like, okay, fine.
I have so many moments where I'm like, I'm leaving, and then I'm slowly walking to the door, and I'm like, oh my God, I left myself.
Did you run away when you were a kid and?
And no one noticed? Yeah, I did.
You're so little, it's hard.
Now, were you actually raised? Do you have two moms or
3? I have, it's so crazy.
Wait.
My mom and my dad.
We need to book the studio another 3 hours today. We need to extend.
One for each mother.
It's a lot. I mean, it's like it's like 2 and a stepmom. So it's like my mom was married to my dad. They met playing rugby. Shocker that she's gay. They had
my mom was racquetball.
Very gay. Mm-hmm. They had a construction business together. They split up. And
when did they split up?
I was 2.
Okay.
So it was her fault.
So it was my fault, yes. It was. It really, I mean, it wasn't, but they were going to split up.
That's so funny that you really do think it is your fault.
I mean.
No, you really, really do.
Yeah, there's a little part of it.
But you have a sibling. It's the sibling's fault too.
It's my stoner dad's fault. He smoked weed constantly and wanted like a farm life. And my mom was like, I don't want to be a farm.
She was like, I want pussy.
Yeah. And then she left. She still dated men. And then she met Michelle, Michelle was like the first introduction of like, oh, that's what like a mom is.
Oh, that's
sweet. And I was like 1,000-pound mall goth, disgusting, self cuts everywhere. I thought they did too. And I was like, I will kill myself.
I was like, that is crazy.
We got one ready for you.
Yeah. They don't exist. They've all been burnt with me.
I have some pictures that don't exist of myself too. So I feel you.
That's the closest I can get to understanding when people are like, it's my dead name. I'm like, oh yeah, I have one.
Yeah, I've always been really cute.
One time I showed Dave a picture of me in college and I was like, I go, look at my cousin. Don't we look so much alike? He's like, yeah, you guys do. And I'm like, that's me, you asshole. But I was unrecognizable.
Oh my God.
Really?
He must be like, he's in hell with you.
What
Just
do you
these
mean?
Little twists and turns and tricks.
He doesn't actually get in trouble. It's like, you know what I mean? Like my tricks are such jokes that.
That's my twin brother.
Why were you a hot slut?
What?
So I was a hot slut. I was 14 and
Fuck off.
But see, then there's like that when I was 14. 15, maybe 15.
You looked like an adult.
I know, they really did
You look
adult
like-
me fast.
like Britney Spears.
Yeah, you look like a Maxim model or something.
What were you doing?
That was the year I was getting
Your
molested by my
brother's just
teacher.
getting hard, the poor thing? I mean, that's fucked up.
Look up pictures of me in New Girl.
You don't look bad. I just like
This was
teasing
like
you for
I
it.
was on my way out of my college look.
Cute.
She looks so cute.
You look really
I
cute.
don't know, you guys.
She looks
I mean,
like
a
Stella
different
before her
vibe.
second divorce.
Stella's our producer going through her second divorce. I've seen you talk about this a little bit and I want to ask you about it, that you kind of have this like life theory, this hypothesis that like being a woman is bad.
Oh, yes.
And I want to know what you mean. Like, what's that about?
Yeah, so I'm working. So like the whole hour that I'm about to record here pretty soon is about how.
She just did an hour. It's so
I know.
How do
I
you
know.
already have one?
I know,
It's
I
making
know.
me sick to my stomach.
I know. I'm sorry.
She already has a new one.
Because I'm depressed.
Yeah, she's getting dumped every once a month.
Bro. I'm getting dumped. And the whole hour I'm working on is how like being a woman is just like inherently like it just does suck. And it's all about, like how everybody has always been like, you're a lesbian. I'm like, I'm not. This is actually what a woman would look like if they weren't insane.
Yeah.
I mean, which sounds insane because I'm insane. But so it's like a lot of, because I used to be a contractor and stuff, and people are like, oh, you're like a dude. And I'm like, no, women should be like dudes. Like we do everything. You know what I mean? Like we have all of and I'm talking about how like our entire, like I just think it's crazy that like we get our whole psyche is built around a cycle. And then we get shamed for being people who like loop and obsess and are crazy. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks to be trapped in an endless cycle. We don't get to escape it, motherfucker,
Making that realization the past few years that this is all out of our control. It's like all based on your mood is just what day of your cycle are you on.
And it's also when you feel it, you're like, this is truth. Like how I'm feeling.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then but you don't want to say, like, have you in the relationship where the guys are like, are you on your period? And you're like, you like just started spotting, but you're like, no.
Yeah.
And they're like, am I gonna have to hide my period from him for one full week? Like, you're like, that's not what it is. I'm actually really pissed at you.
And you are pissed.
And they are being a fucking asshole. It's like, I'm not like in the part of my cycle where I can refrain from being pissed at you for being an asshole right now.
And that's what my friend says. She goes, she read some article that was basically from this doctor who was like, you know what you are a no for before your period. Like, what is your boundary is. And the rest of the month, you're kind of just like able to break that boundary.
Right.
So it's not like you're a different person being like, I don't like when you do this. You're just like, I now have the courage because I'm at my level. It's like if you're dating somebody who smokes weed all the time and finally you get your period and you're like, dude, you're fucking high all the time. It's not like the next week you're like, I love weed.
Right.
I love that. You're like, I do. That does bother me.
Esther was like, I just want to get old so I don't get my period. I'm like, there's menopause is like, I think way worse.
Is that true? I was just thinking about that escape plan that I have, or just like get the uterus taken out.
I think once you're like through menopause, I think
that rules, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I have all of the tricks of the trade because I want to be like, I think being a man is so sick. Like they just live linearly. Like they just are like this. That's how they view things.
They compartmentalize. It's very...
Yeah, they compartmentalize. They move it over here. They're moving forward. They're looking. They're searching. They're way more able to be in the moment because that's like what their biology says, whereas ours is like protect, which is great because it means that if I'm your friend, I will truly be... It's so much easier for me to be your friend than it is for a guy in your life. Like they have to learn that.
But that sounds like a burden for you.
Right, but it feels good because like we'll probably... When they will die, we'll have a gaggle of women around us being like 1, 2, 3, die, and they'll be alone. So there are good parts of it, and it's also parts where it's like the feeling that you get is probably there are probably more vivid colors at times and all this shit, but I have like tried to train it so my cycle is as close to a man's. Like right before my period, the Prozac goes up.
Really?
Yeah.
Same.
Anything that. Yeah.
Wait, you guys are doing that? Like,
my psychiatrist, she's amazing. She's like, you should take an extra 10 milligram when you have your period.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I take an extra fucking.
I didn't know you could like
bottle.
Yeah. I double it.
And now, do you smoke weed?
I don't smoke weed. I do. Weed would be good for me, but I get panic attacks. I'm very person who's like, if there was a knife sitting there, it would like bother. I would be constantly wondering if I was just going to stab my leg with it. So when I smoke weed, I'm like, what if I bit my tongue off right now? What if I give that a shot?
Gotcha. Okay. We'll keep that away from you.
Yeah. Like airplanes, if I'm next to the emergency exit thing, problem. But
I think it can't open. I think I heard that.
Yeah, there actually was a guy recently who did open it, and I've never resonated with a person more.
That's
Oh
so
my
funny. I know it, and he just did it. Like was just like
they asked him, they're like, "Why did you do it?" And he goes, "I was feeling really anxious." And I was like, "Buddy, tell me about it." And he's just sitting in the chair like this, as the plane is like it's like wide open. And he's like, and I'm like, "Yeah."
It is interesting how few plane freakouts there are, and like
that's crazy.
because now that everyone's filming on their phone, like. That we're seeing the ones that are existing. Like we're seeing all of them. Like the lady where it's like that's no one's there. Like that should be happening all the time.
Or just somebody being like, "Stop the plane. Stop the plane. Pull over." Is like that's what I'm always afraid of, that I'm gonna freak out and be like, "Dude, you guys have to land this or I'm going to have to eject myself." And then I end up getting up so panicked. I fainted on a plane one time because I was panicked myself. Luckily, I'll just faint. If I panic enough, I'll just
No, you
pass
faint
out.
a lot. Is it embarrassing to wake up from a faint or you
Yeah, because sometimes I sweat through my clothes so much and I don't know if I peed my pants or sweat through my clothes. So that's
Is it
what I
like
think.
seizure style? Like you just come to and you're like,
No, it's like I drift, everything goes white, I drift off, and then I open my eyes and they're like, the plane is landing. And I'm like, fuck, I'm glad I kept breathing. And the person next to me is like this. And I'm like, I'm sorry for whatever I did. Sorry for whatever I did.
but when you faint in public, like, do you fall to the ground? Like, do you like faint while standing?
No, once you know you're a fainter, you know when it's coming, and then you get yourself down.
Okay.
And you like.
The only time I fainted was at my dad's like office party when I was 11. I was huffing helium, and it was at an ice skating rink. So I was on ice skates, and I was just huffing the shit out of helium balloons. And then all of a sudden, I was just like looking at skates, like I was on the ground.
Yeah, that's passing out. Passing out rules. Fainting is like you think you're going to throw up, everything gets white, the ringing in your ear goes, ee, and then your thoughts start racing so fast that you're the only thing, and the sweat starts dripping, and then the only thing you can do is pray that you faint because you're in such a hell.
And are we night sweaters?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm just in a puddle of sweat.
Only when I'm sick, but I love it.
Oh, you would be so cute, like a little puddle.
I love waking up sweaty.
The littlest puddle. She's so little.
Because then you're like, oh, that
Look at
was
her legs.
productive. Like I released
Isn't that so cute?
toxins.
It's adorable.
I'm night sweating all the time, and I was like, oh my God, am I like going to be one of these like early menopause bitches? And then I got tested, and they're like, no, you're just anxious. It's
great.
anxiety.
Yeah, the whole being a woman sucking thing. I also have been asking a lot of men who've seen The Hour, and they say it doesn't suck to watch it because it's also very silly and disgusting.
Or
and
they were like,
dirty.
it doesn't suck to be a woman.
No, they're like, because I was like, is this hour only, are women going to love this and men? And they're like, no, it's disgusting. I mean, I talk about like cats being sluts and stuff. Like there's, but I am like, the hour is like, you must, oh, wow. Thank you so much. Are we going to deep throw this or something? Are we going to Lizzo me? Are you
It's,
gonna Lizzo me right now?
yeah, we're going to fire. You can't be on the tour.
Oh, because,
We put these in our vaginas.
oh, okay. But if I eat it, I
Now,
can
do you
stay.
think she had unpeeled it? It was peeled.
I think that it went into somebody's vagina, it came out, and Lizzo was like, eat that shit. And she was like, what? And she was like, seriously, eat it. And I think that she meant peel it and eat it.
Yes,
Which is
nothing.
it's nothing, but it's also like testament to how crazy fame is, where you get to a point where you're like,
it's a
peel
little
it
that
scary.
thing.
and eat it in front of me.
That's a little bit like a king telling its servants
Yeah, totally.
to
your
do
banana.
something. I don't think I want it today.
Do you guys always eat a banana? This probably
Yeah.
keeps your Patreon numbers up, you know what I mean?
Look, I'm going to be honest. I've just been watching my brothers and my boyfriends do fantasy sports and I was like, what are you guys doing? And then I realized there's money involved. It made sports fun. This is my Taylor Swift, okay? This made me enjoy sports. This is like, I'm in now. It's so fun. Go to prizepicks.com/Trash Tuesday and use code Trash Tuesday for the first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/Trash Tuesday and use code Trash Tuesday for a first deposit match up to $100. Just take the money. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Okay, Esther and I role play. She is my business manager.
I worry about you not checking your credit card statements. I worry about your spending.
She worries about me, but worry no more because Rocket Money has me. And let me tell you something. I did find once that I had 2 Apple IDs and I was
Oh no.
I was subscribed. I was subscribed to the same apps on twice.
No.
Okay. And did I know? Did I check anything? No. But guess who told me? Rocket Money.
You guys, RocketMoney is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place.
With over 5 million users and counting, Rocket Money has helped save customers an average of $720 a year and $1 billion in total savings so far. And that was just my accounts.
It has helped us both so much.
They set it up for us to forget. This is like set it up so you sign up and then you forget about it. This is the move. They go, oh, do your free trial. Oh, just 1 week, you can do this. And I'm like, always, I'll cancel tomorrow. There's no tomorrow. Okay, there's never a tomorrow. I never remember. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Trash Tuesday. That's rocketmoney.com/Trash Tuesday. rocketmoney.com/Trash Tuesday.
Would you rather have a partner with a micro penis or a partner with a huge member that you can't have sex with anally and vaginally?
Vaginally.
What, and my jaw is gonna be able to take it?
Yeah, like you can.
I think it's more what's their sex drive. Are they wanting me to bang them all the time, but it's too big? Because that is not
Somebody
good.
had a bad time.
Listen, sometimes it's a chore. But so you can't bang it or you're having sex with a micro penis.
Yeah.
I honestly just feel bad for micro penises. I think micro penises are more likely to kill us. So I think we need to just say we love micro penises. We're so happy you guys are here, and please don't buy a
Please
machine
subscribe
gun.
to the Patreon.
I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Like, I don't want to say too much because it's from a past relationship, but
Oh my God.
it's not that bad.
You had a micro penis guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Because you're so small.
And I
You
think
have a
that
micro vagina.
I think that they're good at sex because they really care.
They're good at eating pussy.
I think there's things that can be done and that it's actually like totally enjoyable. I know that might seem crazy if you're a big dick girly.
The question is micro or zero penis?
Micro or way too large. Like hurts going in.
Micro is
hurts
such an
going
easy
out.
choice for me. It's so easy.
Oh, wow. I do not feel that way. Way too big is so fun because it's like a cold plunge. Right? Where you're
You
like,
get
I'm
through
going
it
to
at the
fucking
end.
die, dude.
At the end, you're like, I survived that.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, where it's like, because obviously, like, a huge cock's fun, but it's like, we're together forever.
Yes.
I gotta, every day, I gotta
No,
deal
your
with this.
pussy going to get bigger.
Because, yeah, all of a sudden it fits. And you go, whoops.
Yeah, but
His
that I
penis didn't
think.
shrink.
But then you have a kid, it onto the floor.
Well, did you ever use the Diva Cup?
Yes.
When they change sizes on you, it's like you turn 30 and they're like, oh, either you've had a kid or you're 30. And I was like, you're saying my 30-year-old vagina is the same size as having a baby?
No.
It's so fucked up.
But I guess maybe.
I even when I'm watching porn and it's like a big D, I have to turn it off because I just am like,
You're-
ow, ow, ow,
This is
ow.
a
this is a
different
Three Little Bears thing.
size
Tiny
bump.
girl
Yes,
says
yes,
tiny.
yes.
You're like, and I'm like, big dick.
But that doesn't mean
I've been in hell with a big dick before.
I'm not
I've been
trying
in
to act
hell.
like my
Really?
vagina.
Oh.
I think our vaginas are all the same size. Like, I don't think it's like that. I think it's personal preference.
I think mine is quite long. I couldn't touch the strings of my IUD.
Oh, I couldn't either. Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't? Yeah, our cervix are high. Can you take a big old hog? Get over here.
No.
Yeah, I think the pain is no pain, no gain, you know?
Yeah.
And there are a couple dudes where I've been like, your dick is so big that like this actually wouldn't be a good time for me. And I'm imagining that dude. And I think there's something cool about being like, I can't. It's too much, too big. It's too big. As opposed to being like, throw it in.
Or like having to like build them up, like building up a micro, like having to be like, no, it's okay. And
we just don't talk about it.
I mean, the
I'm
micro
not-
penis, I've had 2 micro penises in
You
my
have?
life.
Okay,
Yes,
talk to me about
and one didn't acknowledge it, but was very good at going to, like, I mean, he was just immediately like being an excellent mouth guy. And then the other one like acknowledged it so fast, it was like weird. It was like, it's
Okay,
small, and I'm like,
imagine. Let's do a demonstration. Okay, I'm the man. Imagine I'm the man and I have a micro penis. Okay,
I can't imagine you not having Okay.
you're like easy. Okay, like imagine if I put my penis in you, and even though
I
it's
couldn't feel it.
and even though it's really tiny, I'm just like,
No, but
Wait,
it's not.
wait.
Oh, like
Oh.
lumping my clit.
yeah,
You're
and
the
like
man right now?
just there's things like just look at my hips and what I'm doing. Like, tell me that you don't
But
think that.
by the way, he's climbing on me. Like,
You're
is he
so
micro
cute
man too?
climbing on
Is he
her
the
like
same?
a little koala.
Is he the same
little
size
koala
as
bear.
his
The way she
penis?
moved so slowly and she was
Like
like,
a
just
man, like a
imagine
man.
I'm the man.
He's like a regular size man.
but
and he's
you're laying
climbing on my
down.
leg.
You're laying down in that.
They're great thrusts.
The way she approached so gently, it was like a baby koala.
But it's like,
Are you turned on at all?
I don't think a
1 to
micro-
10. Are you turned on by me at all?
I'm in like analytical thoughts now. I'm like trying to think because
So
I'm like
0.
it's a negative. But no, it was cute. I would try to grab your ass to make myself hard. No, it's like, okay, so the first guy I hooked up with in college who very much worshipped me.
Nice.
That was like weird. But he was like kind of tough because of it, I think. So he would never have been like,
Because it was small.
yeah, I think he was trying to be more, but it just was, it was like a suction. There was nothing.
Suction.
I think maybe
It
he just
was
didn't
like
know
a
what he was.
suction.
I think if he had training,
If
There's
a
nothing
guy came in and
there
was like, my
to-
dick is tiny, but I have this sword I'm going to fuck you with. Not a
Yeah.
sword, but like a dildo. And they were like, I'm going to lay it down. Don't worry about this little guy. He's going to watch. And they were funny about it. It's fine.
It was
but
like
they
this
wouldn't
big.
carry shame, and that's scary.
It was like
What?
yeah,
That's
it's like a micro, like
No.
there's something, yes, you guys, that is what a micro penis is. It's like, it was
They're
like
like a
two
Vin.
number two, it was like two number two pencil erasers fused together.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'm
say
thinking
micro
like a
penis should
little-
become into ableist.
It
Like
is.
it should almost be called like we should almost say tiny penises, and then micro is like saying that somebody has like cerebral palsy. Like you just wouldn't.
He
say that.
has
You know what I mean?
like, yeah, no, it
it's
felt
rough.
like this
That's
guy has
rough.
like something like up with him.
Yeah.
Give me his penis and one night with
I
you.
feel like you already have it.
Having
Okay,
to
next
blow a
question.
little penis just
No, it's so weird.
and the balls are
It's
regular.
so weird. You
are
have,
the
like,
balls regular?
You what?
Are the
That's a
balls
great
normal?
question.
The balls were regular, yeah.
Would you rather your partner wake up every morning and belch directly in your face,
Sure.
or fart directly in your face?
Belch.
Jeez.
Every morning.
Fart.
In your
Maybe a
face?
pink eye.
Belch is disgusting.
Dave's breath
gross.
is way worse than any other body part, for
Farts
sure.
are so disgusting.
Farts are the funniest thing. Me and Duncan were farting yesterday for 3 hours on the floor, laughing so hard. I think farts are. I do not think that there is something funnier than farts. Fart comedy is good.
Wait, I
Waking up
have
to a
the
fart,
complete
like-
opposite. I think farts are not funny, and I'm like strict about it.
I think farts. I have a friend
It's so
who's
mean
like
to be
that.
strict about a thing that's like a bodily function too.
Farts are not comedy.
If you heard my mom's farts, they have word. They're like "Ruh, ruh, 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 ruh." They're like that.
my mom has ass flappers.
The ass slappers are
It's like, I'm like, is it, I'm always trying to figure out, is it because of like her ass is big and it's like the meat hitting, like the meat of the cheeks
just
hitting
loose
each other?
over the years. Imagine pushing
She
poop
just
out for
farts
60 years.
So it's like, it's crazy. You can hear them from like,
They have vowels. Like they're like "Rari."
I always say the chandelier shake in the neighbor's house.
It's the best. Or when like, you know, I farted the other day and my feature was like, that was a shower fart, but you're not in the shower. That's like a
was
huge
wet?
issue. Yeah. And I was like, that's so funny that you know that's a shower fart. That is a shower fart. It grosses you out.
I just don't think it's funny or a form of entertainment.
She is fart
Is it
level
'cause
though,
of-
so she's traumatized.
Is it the smell?
I just think that like
lowbrow.
Cracking me up.
people think farting is funny, and I don't. And that's it. Like there's nothing more.
I want to know how that's possible. Okay, Ian on the plane farts and he becomes enemy number one. Like it's a huge issue for everybody on the plane. Okay, and it's like people are literally like looking at our producer and is like, do you know him? And he has to lie and be like, I don't know this guy.
Is he
that
farting
funny?
loudly?
no, they're
You
always
can fart
silent.
on a plane. Planes are a great place to fart. You can't hear
I
it.
yelled at people for that. I turned around and I said, you don't have to say who you are, but whoever is farting right now,
You did
stop
not.
it.
You did not do that.
Yes.
What are you supposed to
Yeah, you
do?
gotta fart.
It's if you're stuck there with if
I
it's like
rip.
open tunnel and someone just keeps going, it's
I'll fart on
unacceptable.
stage. I'll be crop dusting the audience the whole time
Yeah,
too.
I fart on airplanes and it's a problem for myself because it is contained, so it comes
Well,
up.
it
and
does
it's-
suck when you're like, ooh, this is obviously me. You're like, ooh, this didn't spread out at all.
I hate when I smell one on the plane though. I do not
Yeah,
like when
it's
you're
bad.
taking
We
a
were-
bite out of one. Yeah.
I've told this story before, but Esther and I were on a plane together going to Montreal, and there was a guy had shit his pants in front of us, and it was one of the funniest things that have
like
ever happened
for
to me.
sure.
We
Oh
thought it
my
was a
God.
kid. It was like there was pictures, video.
Like a man definitely shit his pants in front of
was-
us for a long
and
flight.
everyone was like, everyone was talking about it, not to him, but like around him about it.
You could smell out of water shit.
It was bad.
You know what's the worst is when you step in dog shit and then you smell like shit the whole day. It's so I like that. There's no worse feeling.
I hate poop, but I think farts are. I think
She starts judging you. She's like, ew, poop.
poop is bad. No, I
What
mean
about
I
poop
hate
jokes?
smelling like poop. I hate smelling poop. I hate smelling
It's
like
so
poop.
scary.
But when somebody goes in the bathroom and stall next to you and they sit down, they just let out like a that doesn't get you a
Hilarious.
little bit.
I'm telling you, my mom's always doing it too. Like every time I've gone to the bathroom, my mom, she's just like farting so loud. She like had a roommate for this retreat she was going on, and she was just farting so loudly the whole time, and that her roommate like didn't think it was funny at all. But it was like too late. She'd already established.
One of my
herself as,
best
like, the
friends,
fart
I'll
person.
fart and I would like look at her and she's like, she'll just keep talking. I'm like, how is that?
She doesn't want to
possible?
like encourage it.
She doesn't.
by
She
giving
just
you a
is like, I
reaction.
don't think it's funny, and I'm in the middle of a sentence and I keep going, but I'm like crying, laughing. There's something about it that is like
Do you fart in front of the guy that dumps you all the time?
never. But that's the other thing is I realized that's unacceptable because I think farts are great, and he thought they were not funny at all. And I was like he would fart
It's
and
not
he'd be
for
like,
you. Oh, he would fart and it was okay?
well, you know how men just can't not fart. We
Yeah.
cannot fart. We have a magical butthole that can do that. But he would fart and be like, oh, sorry, I farted, and I'd be like.
Also, every guy I know and have ever dated has had to take a shit basically on the first date at our house, at my house every time. I can't tell you, my one boyfriend that I lived with for 3 years, he like forgot to flush his toilet the first time I went to his house. Like who does that? And he was a very clean guy, so it was weird.
Did
It
you
was
say
like they
something?
never
Were you like, oh?
I was like, "Do you leave a fucking shit in here?" Yeah, of course I said something. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But he also, I've told this story too, but his mom like was staying with us once, and she came out of the shower and she was wearing a robe, and she didn't realize what she was doing, but she like lifted her robe up to show us. Like she was talking about like how her niece is like a tomboy and lifts her skirt up.
Oh.
But she didn't realize that she was completely bush out. And, like,
Nice.
her vag was like in our, and it was like one of the craziest things that's ever happened.
I had a mom walk in while I was blowing her son.
Oh my.
How old
That's
were
not
you?
that bad.
How old were
High
you?
school.
That's pretty bad.
I was sitting on the couch and he was like facing me here and I was blowing him and she
Just like
came.
how Esther
Did
mounted
you?
me.
Yeah.
I think a mom walking in, I'm kind of like, that's fine.
But then he did a somersault. He got so scared when he heard her. He got so scared when he heard her coming down the stairs that he flipped out, did a somersault over me. So I was just standing there like
Oh no.
facing
Oh,
her.
how about okay? When I was the guy I lost my virginity to lived in the basement of his house, and he would he wore his saggy pants and he would pull his penis out the front to have sex with me. But I would be fully naked, a fully naked 14-year-old with nipple rings on this water bed. And the laundry room was like across the hall, and his mom just had a curtain, not a door for him. So he'd hear her coming down the stairs and he would just hop off and pull his pants up. And then I'm just fully naked.
Oh yeah.
I'm just a naked girl. He's fully clothed. I'm just totally naked.
That's fucked. Yeah, I've definitely had that.
We're like, what? How does this help in any
Yeah.
way?
I also hate that now I'm like, I know that you're hard just talking to your mom, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like you're just like,
They're like blue ballsing talking to their mom.
yeah, I'm like, oh.
Would you rather have 2 long teeth like a beaver or
Yes.
no teeth at all?
2 beaver teeth. I would like that
beaver,
immediately.
yeah,
Let's get
the
me them now.
beaver.
I almost I am.
I like big teeth.
I love big teeth. It's a sign of a sociopath.
Would you rather listen to an annoying laugh for 24 hours straight or get tickled for an hour?
Tickled for an hour. 24 hours of anything will make me lose my mind.
I don't wanna get
know.
tickled.
I'm also not ticklish.
But you
Oh, trick question. You're not ticklish.
No.
You are psychotic.
I know. Well, I got tickled.
You got tickled out of you.
Well, when you're not tickled as a kid, you're not ticklish.
Really?
No. I don't know if that's true. It's not a
Have
sensation.
you ever gotten a massage, like a professional massage?
Yes, all the time.
And there's never been any moment when they've
What
got
about
a spot
pedicure?
where you're like, oh,
Oh, for sure. Yes, for sure. Definitely. It exists. The reflex. I'm not a dead.
Between your legs, it gets a little tickly.
Like if they touch
yeah,
your
when they
feet.
start
Yeah.
raping me. When he starts eating my ass, then I'm like, whoa.
I did go to a late night one once where the guy was like, and I was like, oh, of course this was that. Was I friends with you then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said he was like opening your
He
butt.
kept opening my asshole, yeah.
Yeah, that's always crazy.
But I was like, oh my God, they have massages 24 hours. I was like, that's so
I
awesome.
would so fall for that too.
I was like, this is incredible. It was only
I've wanted them to
$20.
fuck me before. Like I've been in a massage at a place that I know it's not like a rub and tug, but it's like it could be. And I've been like, bro, you could. He got so aggressive with me that I was like, this dude could fuck me right now, and I would pay for it.
I do think that they are always down.
Yeah, but you can't. You're a woman. It just isn't done.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Or just like get a wooden thing and shove it in me. You've just riled me up to an insane. Get a guasha that's a dick shaped. Get a goddamn dick guasha.
I will never do a male masseuse again.
I'll never do
Yeah,
it
it's
either.
really-
I'm just like, I'm literally
It's
being
just-
Harvey Weinstein.
I
And I
know
don't get any
that's-
movie out of it.
I know that's like discrimination, but I'm
It's not discrimination.
like, well, male masseuses like they need work too.
Well, massage a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What
not
if you
for
knew
me.
the guy was gay?
Gay people sometimes can be more touchy than straight people.
I actually just don't. It's like not almost sometimes for me. I just don't want a man touching me. It doesn't matter his.
Does this bother you?
would you
Yes.
ever role play with your significant others, like masseuse and client?
I think
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, just to get him to give me a massage.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally getting blown after this. I promise. Just finish the massage.
No, like you massage him and then he's like, whoops, sorry.
That's awesome. I want to do that right now.
Yeah, I'm
That
down.
sounds great.
I love.
I watch
roleplay.
massage porn a lot.
Same.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's the best.
I
Really?
didn't know that.
Yeah,
was
where
a
the
thing.
massage comes in and he's like, oh, you got a lot of work to do. And then he starts fucking her? What are
Or
we
like
doing?
in the gay world, it'll be like a couple's
Are
massage.
you gay?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like, super.
I have a gaydar, like a heat-seeking missile, and I had you guys switched. That's what was going on.
Oh,
I
you
felt
don't
a
get
gay
gay
thing.
for me at all.
Not even a fucking
And you get
hair,
gay
my
from me?
guy.
Interesting.
I get super straight from you and gay from you.
That's because he's trying
You're
to get
gay?
straight guys.
Yeah.
He
I'm gay.
You're killing it. Every gay guy wants to bang.
yes.
Yeah.
The people that he gets, I mean the guys,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. No.
Really?
they're
like,
no like they're
Bro.
He doesn't know how to act. This is so funny.
they're the hottest people. Plus he speaks French, so they're just creaming their pants.
Whoa.
I don't care about French.
Look at
Gay men do, I guess.
I don't give a shit about
I
French.
love when there's a straight gay guy. I
I don't
that.
like if a guy's like tries to pull out French on me. I'm like, get the hell out of here. I go.
Wait, why do you speak French?
We're French Moroccan.
Oh my god.
I mean,
it's
I want to fuck
I'm not
you
even getting a
right
little. What do we got for shoe wear? Really, nothing's giving it away.
A guy pulling out his second language to try to impress me is never gonna happen.
I would never do that.
No,
If you're like,
when
we're
it's
at dinner and
done-
you just start speaking, you take me to a French restaurant, Julien, and you just start speaking full. I'm like, I'm out. I gotta go to the
literally did that
bathroom.
with
I
him.
leave. I
And
leave.
I
Never
did that
do
with
that.
him, and I was like, "This is how he gets all the guys."
As a friend, very impressed.
You get
If
icked
you're
out too
trying-
easily.
No.
Yes.
It's trying too hard.
I get
You-
icked out. If a guy says ciao, we're done, dude.
Yeah, it's
This
over.
is
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys. I don't like
If
this.
a guy's hands are weird,
Do you want to know what she said was bad?
What?
If a guy's wearing shitty like sandals, like gross shoes, I'm done. She was like, that's horrible. I'm like, there's a specific type
Flip-flops?
of
You're
no,
done.
not flip-flops.
I hate flip-flops.
There's like flip-flops, maybe you're like a skater surfer, something's happening.
okay,
There's
okay.
a thing that can be attached to it. There's a type of fucking sandal that is like flat. They're like Jesus sandals. There's like a toe. It's like one toe is covered and then it's a straight line. I'm not interested. I can't get on board with this. She was like, you're crazy. I'm like, this is not crazy.
That does sound gross, but
It's-
you can
it's-
change a person's shoes.
no,
it's
you
too
can't.
far.
That's
it's
who
too
they
far.
are. They are.
You could change
are
a
your
little
shoes.
bit of a shoe, but like Esther, a guy's wearing those and you're fine.
I
it's
can do a
Dave,
Tiva. I can
Tiva.
crush a Tiva.
No, but Tiva's kind of came back in. There's like a specific. I'm telling you, it's a.
You're
Jesus
talking
sandal.
about guy who
Like a
has it's like leather.
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah, and you're
really
like,
bad.
and you've only seen him, and his face is kind of cute. So you're like, oh, okay. And then you go, you're not hot.
Let me tell you the shoe that you'll hate. Look up.
That shoe. That shoe is. You cannot bounce back from it. There's a thing in your head that thought that was okay that
There's
I can't
nothing.
get on board with.
What about guys who have leather Chelsea boot, but almost like a pointed toe?
No.
I used to like.
But you're
Sir,
gay.
you
You're
are
gay.
gay.
That's different.
Now I know you're gay. That shit I can't.
Like
This is like, I cannot. I'm like, I don't know what is going on in your life that allowed you to do this.
I just think we're all getting icked out too easily. I think it's a cultural problem.
I think that we just talk about it now. If I saw that shoe, I'd be like, we're never gonna be friends. I know that about us.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody's like,
It's too far of a leap. Like I've had guys that are just like, they're very like smart or funny, like something else is happening. So their brains aren't thinking about shoes.
I don't
And their
Yeah.
shoes aren't bad, but they're still sneakers or something. They're not good, but it's like, oh, I'm just gonna get him Jordans, or I'm just gonna like, I'll just like fix that a little bit. That is a different breed that is a man. That's not for me.
that is
is
Russell
not for me.
Brand. That is guy who's like,
That is Russell Brand.
Yeah,
That
like
is
it's-
Russell Brand.
What if it was
Yoga
like a
teacher.
hot Italian guy? That
No.
had,
no.
like-
Nope.
no.
That's like, it's a guy who has like a ponytail and he
Yes.
like wears linen all the time and he like thinks that he like
Yes.
It's not okay.
He teaches yoga.
he says
maybe.
stuff like, "Oh, I want you to be a part of my tribe," you know.
Certain Jared Leto's worn those.
But listen, I only like Jared Leto as Jordan Catalano, and I've been on record saying that over and over again. And Jordan Catalano would not have been caught dead in those.
I've seen him in real life. Once I saw him at Cafe Gratitude.
Are you the same size as him? He's small, right?
No, he's big. Well, he was sitting. I think
okay.
he's big though. But I was like, that is the most beautiful
He is
person
so
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was like weird.
Yeah. But as Jordan Catalano, that
I'll date an
specific shoe, I'm
abusive
telling
person,
you-
but if they have that shoe, it's done.
and there's I've dressed men. Like I've had men that I'm like, okay, you need my help. I've taken men shopping. Like I've done that a bunch of times.
That's a
I don't know
fedora.
that.
That's a
It's a
fedora.
fedora. It's a
That's a
choice
fedora
that
of
like
a
should
shoe.
never like it's and you don't want to change someone who dresses like
Yeah,
that.
it's a
That's the type of person
psychological-
they are, and
yeah.
it's like I don't even want to
I
change
don't
them. I
like
just don't want
hats
to
in
date them.
general. Any kind of flat hat, I don't like. Okay.
I like
Maybe I
a-
am part of the problem.
I will fuck a man in a cowboy hat.
I like hats. Yeah, I
will
like
fuck
hats.
Like,
a
what about the
cowboy.
brims, like LA ones that are like,
Oh, I call those like a famous dad. I always go, do you have a famous dad?
yes.
Nice.
But now everyone has them now because it's like a famous
like
dad hat.
Pharrell.
not the giant one, but yeah, kind of like,
Yes,
but now
Pharrell
everyone has
started
those,
it.
but it was just sort of like, oh, you would have to have the confidence of a famous father.
Oh yeah, no, I'll
The
fuck
thing
I'll
with
fuck that up.
hats is I do like a cowboy hat, but beyond cowboy hat, like a big hat, they're so inconvenient that it's like,
Dude, I'll do a trucker hat. I'll 5-panel.
but I like I like baseball hats.
That's
I
unacceptable.
like,
that man's disgusting.
that's not okay, yeah.
That's a horrendous man.
Really?
Yeah. Get rid of that.
Wow.
I like cowboy hats, but I like a baseball hat.
You like cowboy hats?
I like a
Say
baseball
more.
hat. I like the
Imagine Todd in a cowboy hat.
He wears them all the time. Todd and I do hallucinogens. There's always a cowboy hat involved.
yeah, cowboy hat with a bolo. What are we doing? That's
Yeah,
great.
that's a lot.
I'll
Belt
do-
buckle. I like a nice belt buckle.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jordan, I have a guy for you.
Who is it? Is it
My
Ian
buddy-
Fidance? Because we're not going to date, and he's already my podcast coach.
Do you think Ian wants to date you or no?
Ian has he's also anxiously attached, which I'm not attracted to.
Yeah.
So we're both codependent.
You're both the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I become avoidant when somebody's like that. Like I become like, eesh.
Yeah, me
It's
too. I'm
so
like, "Ugh."
Oh
cruel.
It's really
so
fucked up.
cruel the way it works.
It's
Yeah.
actually, I remember dating a guy where I was really dating down and he was kind of like, not like he wasn't being rude to me, but he would say no to me sometimes and I'd be like, he's not choosing me, like triggered my not choosing thing. So I thought he was like dating like not into me or whatever. And then he wrote me like a love letter and I was like, I'm out. He wrote me like a long DM. I was like, whoo, I'm out. Like I misread it.
Yeah.
I thought you were being aloof.
Yeah.
You were just like managing your feelings about me. And the minute I knew it was in me, I was like, goodbye. And
Yeah.
guys, don't get mad at me. We're talking about how crazy we are. This is not like, I feel like there's so many people so many people are talking about what they like. So many women are talking about what they like now that guys get so mad. Like, well, what are we supposed to make? I don't know. Be yourself and then find someone that likes that one.
Honestly, and I don't even think it's about like we're being too picky anymore. Like to go back to what you said, I think it's just a matter of like, people have to remember that they just have to find the person that matches that personality. Because like Jordan, you have every right for someone to laugh at a fart joke,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like
yeah.
not be annoyed at it. You know, we all have that right to want.
This is such a cute little speech. You have the right.
It's true though.
I know it is. But I also think, okay, so if I met this like amazing guy and he was wearing those sandals, I would be able to, he would come to me, okay, if this was the right guy for me, and he would go, my luggage was stolen.
Yeah.
These are fucking disgusting. I'm an idiot. Like he
Or
would
he'd
know.
be like, he would be like, I was thinking about them in like Johnny Depp. And you're like, dude, no, these are like
Yeah, like, 'cause,
Orlando
like, yeah, I
Bloom,
thought-
dog. You know? And he'd be
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah, it's like Orlando Bloom. Like I love Katy Perry. Orlando Bloom could not come near me.
Never.
And I know he's physically like.
He's
There's
so
just
cute.
something.
He's a milady, dude.
He does look like he chokes her though, doesn't he?
They are such a
has a
peculiar
big
celebrity
hog,
couple to me. Like they're lasting long. I don't know how they met. They don't have like
There's a picture of them meeting.
really.
She's
Yeah.
I feel like she's more masculine than him, so she takes the
Like where is their crossover? Like
Is she
she's like a
British?
No.
bubblegum
Oh, wow.
pop star.
So is
And
he.
she's
though.
like a bit. She's funny.
He's a serious
She's mean.
actor.
Who's your number one celebrity?
Crush.
Yeah. Like if you could have him at any era, any age, any whatever.
I used to say Liev Schreiber, but I got
Wow.
over him
This
because
is
someone told me
apparently
he
when it
sucks.
started.
Someone was like, nah.
Mine is Vince Vaughn.
Oh, really?
Any
I see him
age.
sometimes.
Any age.
He's around.
I'll
He's
take him
orbiting
right now.
He's orbiting.
Okay, well,
He's
call-
around. I've seen him in
grab
person.
him.
I've like literally met
Everyone you had a
all
crush
of mine, and I'm like, no.
Ooh.
It's
on.
like
It's
ruined.
Kendall Jenner.
It's Kendall Jenner, Kris Jenner. So
Yeah,
I
know
don't.
who mine is now.
I am sure there's some. Oh, you know what it is Kendall Roy. Speaking of Kendalls, the character Kendall Roy on Succession.
I
The
will.
character?
I will. That is. Listen to me.
Another hot take.
If you were my close friend, I would think that you were doing a bit right now because I find that character
Disgusting.
to be so repugnant.
Shut up.
I was excited. You know what I like about you? You gear up, and I don't know which
Shut
side you're
up.
on. It's
Same.
so fun.
I
That's
think
disgusting.
Kendall. We would watch it, me and my roommates, and he would come on. And I'd be like, "Oh, this slope shoulder ass fucking goober," and they'd be like, "Jesus."
Look, it doesn't get better as the seasons go on, but season 1 like ruined my life. Like I was obsessed. He's so hot. I needed Dave to like do an impression.
I would rather fuck the Culkin.
The Culkin.
I honestly think the dad's
love
hot.
Shut
Bro,
up.
give me the dad over this
He's
guy.
Right?
Give
the
me
dad
Jerry,
is so
dude.
like powerful.
He's
and-
mean because he's mean to us.
Yeah, I know.
You think this guy?
wild.
This is
Like the
evidence that you're
hottest-
never in competition. With no women are competing.
The hottest thing. Like I can't even. He's so hot to me.
Well, I did watch Normal People. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
yeah.
And I thought the guy, and Todd would like pop in and be like, what are you watching? And they'd be like, this guy's
Irish
so
guy?
ugly. I was like, he's so hot. But only because he was being like aloof and mean to her. It was in the,
Wait,
character
he's the
in it.
hottest person in the entire world.
No, he's so.
Who?
That dude's the hottest man
He's
alive.
brooding.
He's so hot.
agree.
And he's very aloof
He
in
also
it.
with-
And that like quiet, like
He's
sort of like
with
in
Phoebe?
the corner.
Or was with her.
That's
Oh, really?
awesome.
That's
he
really
probably
hot.
rules.
Yeah.
Look up young Vince Vaughn. Just throw up a young Vince Vaughn. I will freak out. This man is so, his whole way of being is the
I
hottest
saw
thing
him,
I've
it was
seen.
weird. I saw him at a party and I was like I was standing next to the conversation and I just didn't feel like talking to him. It was weird. I didn't think
Okay.
that would happen.
I catcalled him on accident. I mean, not an accident, but I saw him and he was like, I was like, hey, I'm a huge fan.
yeah, he was
I get
so
it.
hot in like clay pigeons.
I get it.
You know who was slept on? I think Brendan Fraser Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I
Mummy.
can't unsee The Whale. I'm done. The Whale was not acceptable.
Yeah, that triggered a lot of us.
Unacceptable.
He seems like a really great guy though, so
Yeah.
I see that.
But doesn't he seem too?
oh shit, he was hot.
Doesn't he cry too much?
The guy I lost my virginity to and dated for years looked exactly like young Brendan Fraser. Huge dick.
Jordan,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here today. I've had the best time ever.
It was
I
so
feel
good.
like we'll have a reveal from you later about
About what?
a gross, disgusting celebrity that you think is hot that no one else thinks is hot.
I mean, everything I think is hot, everyone thinks is gross.
Say
the
one.
internet
Kendall
charges-
is fucked up.
Yeah, I guess she did. do
That's
it.
fucked.
Is it the actor or the character? Just
character.
And the character was
Both.
weak. It was sad. Did you like that he was like bad? That he broke the
I
law?
well more on this next week.
Okay.
Jordan, where can people see more of you?
I have a half flower
Love.
on YouTube.
It's so funny. I watched it.
Oh,
I
really? You
loved
like it?
Yes.
I'm on the fence about it. I thought it was edited weird.
But you like the jokes.
Yeah, I like the jokes.
I love it.
That's
It
what
just
matters.
it's so fast paced.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
just like I'm like it's
She's like, that was the part of the editing I didn't like.
It is fast paced.
No, it's
yes,
good. It's really
I'm doing
good.
a slower pace now, so I'm like, whatever you're doing is the thing you like doing. So look
Yeah.
out for a new hour coming up in a while. But I'm on my tour dates are jordanjensencomedy.com. I'm on all the shit, except for Twitter. Jordan Jensen, LOL, stop. And I have a podcast called Be an Ian with Jordan. Thanks for
Hot.
having me.
We'll see you guys
Thanks
next
for
week.
coming.